All right, so we talked about it all week, and that cold weather is finally here, and this is what it's going to be looking like for the next couple of days. Now, those temperatures are going to lock us in those lower 60s, if not those upper 50s, but we're still going to see a good opportunity for those AM thunderstorms to push through like they did today, and even saw a good tornado warning across the entire southern portion of the Concho Valley, including Sutton County, Kimball, and Schleicher. So as we continue to see these temperatures, 56 right now in San Angelo, everybody else joining us in these 50s and those 60s, we're getting a good idea of where these cold pockets are making the way in from the west as we talk about that cold weather and where it's at. Right now we're looking at a good, if not 6 to 7 degrees spread across the entire Concho Valley, but we're really looking to see if these temperatures are going to match up with those dew points. Now we're going to continue to see more of these saturation points down to the southeast because that's where our thunderstorms are going to be popping up, but everybody's reaching that 100% saturation point while those dew points are getting very close to a lot of these temperatures in those 50s and those 40s. Not going to take a whole lot, but the high winds out of the northeast are definitely preventing a lot of convective activity as we see the colder temperatures make their way in with the nighttime as well. So freezing up there in the Rockies while we're seeing it slowly make its way across to the east after it's pushing down on these temperatures across the Gulf Coast, and they've really been seeing a lot of those severe weather eruptions across that region. Now we're going to continue to watch this low pressure over the Great Lakes region interact with this cutoff low while we're seeing the upper level winds out of the southwest, the lower level winds out of the northeast. That's what's creating a lot of that moisture concentration up into this region, but of course it's preventing a lot of it because it's very high speed. Now, as we make our way into next week, we're going to see a lot more of these zonal conditions where that trough, or at least from that cutoff low, starts to suppress from the upper level pattern, and that's what's going to keep us in those 60s with those prolonged showers for about a week before we start to warm back up. You can see a little bit of this ridging making its way in. Going to push us back up into the 80s, but we're still seeing a good opportunity for some thunderstorm activity. Right now, we talk about the concentration over the last couple of days, really just hovering around the Gulf Coast, but you can see that cold air pushing it out of the way, similar to what we would see during the winter time, while we're seeing a little bit of that moisture still linger around the Concho Valley as we get ready to see this cutoff low continue to circulate over the four corners, see if it gives it any more trouble. They saw about a good 36 inches on top of what they already saw today. Now the severe weather outlook still targeting parts of the Concho Valley, and you can really see it targeting parts of the southeastern portion near Junction, and we can see that severe weather has really just been erupting right along that Brownsville, Del Rio region. You can see these storms still trailing off to the east while it's being pushed down from that cutoff or that upper level low around the Hudson Bay, and then there's our cutoff right off the west coast, if not around Nevada. Now as we get a closer look, you can see how the clouds are slowly clearing out after we had all that cloud cover today, but the low clouds still there interacting with those upper level winds. Really just have the radar on. They saw about a good 2 inches in diameter and hail across those areas like Sonora as they followed along the I-10 corridor and moved off to the east. That's where we're going to continue to see these storms go as we make our way into tomorrow morning. It's going to erupt slowly down near Sonora, then stick around Junction. You'll see it push through El Dorado, make its way through San Angelo, and then again it'll hover around the southeast all day, really lingering into the evening. Then things kind of quiet down. Then Sunday morning makes its way around as you make your way back and forth from service. You're going to see them stick around the southeast again as we see them erupt slowly all day again, and then things will calm down as we make our way into the evening, and then you should be able to safely enjoy that St. Patrick's Day. So tonight, dropping back down into the upper 40s. Don't rule out an eruption of a thunderstorm. Still seeing those windy conditions. Then tomorrow, take your time because we're only going to get up into those upper 50s, and we're still going to see a lot of thunderstorm activity, especially to the southeast. So that's going to be it as we make our way into that St. Patrick's Day weekend, into that third week of March already. Still just seeing those 60s, if not those 50s, that thunderstorm activity, if not that light rain shower activity, while those lows are still in those 40s before we warm back up before the end of next week. Stay tuned. I'm Mark, the break. You're watching KSAN News.